So, let me get straight to it. The world will be nothing unless the giants can reclaim their throne, right? And like we hear these story tales and but you really have to think about it. There are giants. There are people that are huge, tall people, big people. There are giants. There was Andre the Giant. He was a giant, right? And we know these stories, but now as we get older, we also know these stories are coming from a perspective of a person that just didn't like the the Titan, or just didn't like the fact that the giant had so much power and it was so big. So they would torture and kill these beasts, these monsters, right? And they would cage these monsters. And after a while, if you look in some of our history, they would cage and enslave a monster and make more monsters, right? And these monsters might not have been as big, but they were trying to breed certain people, right? So let's look at our giants of today. Let's look at the NFL and uh, what is it? Football and basketball. Let's look at these two groups of a lot of black men, big black men, running around chasing balls for owners, running around making a lot of money to run around and chase this ball for entertainment. Hmm. So we can't pay teachers that educate even these basketball players, these football players. Teachers educate everybody. But you pay these giants to play with these balls. Is it to distract the giants from what they really should be doing? Like protecting people? Shouldn't these superhumans be doing something else besides making a ball go up and down? And I don't know. I don't know. It's entertainment. I guess they're not smart enough to do anything else. But there is a surgeon, right? Yeah, there's a surgeon that plays basketball because they all go to college, right? They all got degrees and they had to be smart in school. They had to get good grades to play the sport. So, yeah, these are smart men playing basketball and football to get to the place that they wanted to get to make the amount of money that they wanted to make. But why does this even exist? Why is this even a career choice? Why? We got a whole bunch of microplastics in the ocean. Why isn't marine biology and things to actually protect and clean, like, why don't we make money in those things? Why doesn't beach cleanup get funded more? Uh, like, what people with money throw their money at, it makes me wonder if they're just trying to keep us in turmoil. Like, why keep making plastic if you know the plastic is wrong? Why, when you learn that the trees, give off oxygen, you're still going to places cutting down trees for like a golf course? Why are we still like really putting down concrete when we know we need surface and groundwater? And so the runoff is, we can't drink runoff because it's not properly processed. But that's what we make with the concrete. The concrete also makes heat, and you're taking away shade by taking away whatever, even if it was grass there, that was the shaded area. It was the absorption of the sun and water. It was going to absorb. Flooding happens in areas, and it's supposed to, because we need all the water to funnel through a proper way. And I understand some people are like, well, it's taking too long. We should make gutters. Well, gutters, you can't drink that water after everything goes in there, right? But when the water is filtered through the ground and you make groundwater, the ground is actually filtering the water. It's filtering it through the trees, and then some of it even reaches below that, and that's where we actually get drinking water from. I don't know where you thought you got your drinking water from, but people with wells know that their drinking water is actually coming from water inside of the ground, inside of like a rocky layer of a river of water. And usually that stays consistent, but now that so many things are pumping from different, not equinoxes, but I don't know, pumping from different water sources itself and just taking from it, then you have an unbalance. And that's really why I was coming today, because when you have this imbalance of everything, like God gave us something really natural and we turned it into unnatural. We let people buy and sell us something that they did not have to buy. This land was made by who knows who. Christians now want to say it was made for them, and they are hell bent again on their holy war. So yeah, the unnatural way of how we're living, like it says in the Bible, in the beginning. I like to start in the beginning. And it's in the beginning with shame. God said, why are you scared? Who told you you were naked? Why are you scared to be naked? So let's ask ourselves, why are we scared to be naked? Most of us are scared to be naked because of what? Men. Men can be naked. Men can walk around no shirt. We're not going to do nothing to them. But if we're naked, we will be shamed. We might be touched because we're naked. So, shame was the first sin. Shame made God kick Adam and Eve out. I think Adam and Eve was only one lineage, one set of people. These people are pale for a reason right now. Because you got to think, like, where you been? The sun's been everywhere. I've been in Connecticut, right? I got family in Connecticut. I'm born in Greenwich, Connecticut. The sun is everywhere. Why are y'all not dark? Because y'all were kicked out of the sunlight for so long. England, kicked out of the sunlight. It has so much cloud. It is definitely kicked out of the sunlight. Where in Africa, you still got naked people running around underneath the sun, living in huts, living the way that Jesus would have told us all to live, right? They are living meekly. They don't need all the luxuries at all. But they're eating the most natural stuff, and the resources underneath them is what everybody wants because it's so good. But it's so good because they're taking care of their land and they're living the way that they're living, where we are extracting and capitalizing off of the earth. Y'all are anybody in the real estate business, you're capitalizing off something you didn't make or create. And you can't make it again when it's demolished. So when he takes it away, I don't feel sorry for nobody no more, because it's not yours. We were all meant to be nomads, just walking around, being able to go wherever we wanted to go. And y'all want to lay claim to that. Can't lay claim to it. It's not yours. And the earth is unpredictable. The more you set from it, the less you're going to have. And until you do right by me,